What is up, everyone? Bleeding Blue Podcast, episode 103. We are back at it, and we are back at it after just witnessing last night the Toronto Blue Jays beating the brakes of the New York Yankees in a series of 5 games against the Yankees division round. It was, to say the least, fucking incredible. There's nothing better. There is nothing better in this world than beating the Yankees. And they talked about it. The silence of the Yankee fans leaving the stadium after they realized that they were pretty much done for is almost deafening. That's how that's what it's like. Just hearing Yankee fans desperately wish that their team is going to make it to the next round, but they did not. They did not at all. You know who won? The Blue Jays. So right now I'll just say, duh, Yankees
Yankees
lose. Yeah.
lose. Yep, there you
Anyway,
go.
before we move on to that and talking about the Toronto Blue Jays and how their season continues to process, even my dog right here is super, super happy about what the Toronto Blue Jays have been doing. Yes, that's right, Abby. Let's discuss Ryan. We're episode 103, so break
Yeah,
it down for us. Let's name some
we're
players.
we are gonna we are gonna list off some of the best players, sports players to wear number three. We skipped last week. We didn't do number two, but the first thing I can think of is Derek Jeter, who wore number two. So there you
Yes.
go. Babe Ruth, number one, another Yankees legend.
Who
Um,
wore number three or number
Babe
two?
Ruth, Babe Ruth, number one. That's what I was saying.
Oh,
Like number one, Babe Ruth. That's what I think of. Dwayne Wade, great basketball player.
that
Allen
wore number
Iverson.
three.
Yeah,
Okay.
Dwayne Wade. Yeah, all these guys were number three. Tracy McGrady, Jimmy Fox, baseball legend. Russell Wilson, not very good now, but was very good in the past. A-Rod, apparently wore number three. I guess probably before he was on the Yankees.
Yes.
Um, who else here? A lot of old baseball players. Yeah, all these old school guys.
Jan Phaneuf.
Um, Dion Phaneuf, Leaf legend. Kyle Lowry wore number three, apparently. I don't remember. I thought he wore number seven. That's weird.
Nice.
Um, that's about it really for number three. I'm sure there's a bunch of hockey guys that we can list off, but Anthony
My,
Davis. Yeah, there
yeah.
you go. That's basically it. But yeah,
Um,
let's go into the Jays talk. First, I'll start it off here. Like I said in the prediction pod last week, uh, I said the Yankees would get absolutely destroyed, and what did I say? They got destroyed. I had
they
full
did.
confidence in this team. Uh, Game three was fluke. Game three is a fluke. The
Forget
Jays
about
should have
that though.
easily
It
won
doesn't
that game.
matter. Like it really
Jays should
doesn't
have won
matter.
that game. I know it doesn't matter, but the Jays should have won that game up 6-1 in the fourth inning, I believe. And that's when, you know, kind of the bullpen came in. Bieber didn't have his best stuff, but he got taken out early, pretty early actually, with two runners on, and then just the floodgates open, and Judge had a career game in the playoffs, played amazing, hit a 100-mile-an-hour fastball right at his fucking chest, like that was insane. One of the craziest home runs I've ever seen. Hits the foul pole. I'm like, all right, this is not going well. So that was a fluke game. Other than that, every other game that the Jays won, it was nowhere near close. They beat
I
them
guess
in
last
every
night's game
single
was a little bit
facet of the
close,
game.
but I'd say last night's game was a little bit close, but however, the Blue Jays continued to. They had a bullpen game, and it worked out really really well for them. The managing job by John Schneider over this series has been great. The bullpen managing, the decisions to put
Mhm.
different players in. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Especially with Game Three, we saw it just you all you can try and execute as best you can. It's up to the players. So you can't really even blame them the fact that they lost that game. But let's not talk about that. Let's talk about them fucking winning. That first game was incredible. That second game, incredible. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. That's really all I have to say. Is an absolute legend. He continues to show us why he is a $500 million player. Because as soon as that contract starts, well, what happens? What's happening? Oh, the Toronto Blue Jays have beat the New York Yankees. He hits a home run, bottom of the first. Next game, grand slam off Will Warren. Probably the biggest moment of his career. Then game three, he hit a two-run
So
bomb off
far,
Carlos Rodon.
biggest moment so far. You never know
Yeah,
what can
so
happen in
far.
this.
You're right. And there's plenty, and that's what's exciting because this team is going to continue to be, they continue to play. And that's just great. We get to watch more baseball, more October baseball. How
Yeah.
awesome is October baseball? It might
Yeah.
be one of the greatest
Yeah,
times of the
yeah,
year.
when your team is in the playoffs, man, especially like baseball, like there's this has been a lot of fun watching these games. And
We're
my
really
dad would
lucky. We
disagree
are
because I'm yelling at the screen, especially game two, game three, sorry, when they struggled a lot. But when you're watching like, just at bats like that, like a couple Santander bats, like, he wasn't playing, he didn't have the best series, but he had some, critical moments where, he brought in some runs a couple times and had some crucial hits. But like the at bats are like crazy, like so tense, and uh it's very
every pitch
similar.
matters. Every pitch literally
Exactly.
matters.
Yeah, every pitch matters, man. And it's a chess match, really. It's very similar to football in that sense, where every snap matters. Like, one bad swing, one bad running play costs you. And that's why I think baseball moves up there for me. Like, I think baseball, football, hockey are top three, like, most important game, like, sporting events, like playoffs, you know top three for me. I don't know if I could put it in an order right now just because of how the baseball season has been going, but it's a lot of fun watching this playoff baseball, and like not just the Jays series, but like, the Brewers Cubs series that's been going on has been really good. Especially game three. Game three was a lot of fun to watch. Um, the Dodgers Philly series has been really good. I know that game's going on right now. We're recording on Thursday.
Mhm.
Um, that game's going on right now, but it's been a lot of fun watching these games, and uh, yeah, I can see why a lot of people pick baseball as their favorite. October baseball is their favorite time of the year, so
It
I
is.
don't blame them.
It's very exciting, and yeah, it's like it just reminds. It's nostalgic for me, man. Like I was, I was alive during 2015, 2016, and experienced that. And even though they didn't even get to the World Series, it was still awesome. Like it was still so much fun, and the fan base is so passionate. The stadium is full. Like the stadium, the Rogers Center is electric. Like it is, I can imagine it being stressful for players to play. You see it, like you see it, it looks up there like with Citizens Bank Park. Like everyone is standing up. The all you see is just people, just fans. Uh it's one of it's the reason I think this is the reason why we love sports and why we love sports. Like the like the dopamine that I get from watching Vladimir Guerrero Jr. hit a home run into the second deck of the Rogers
Yeah,
Center. Ah, it's chills, man. It's scenes. I could watch that clip over and over and over again. It's so awesome because we watched these guys forever, and they're so easy to root for. And that's the difference I think about. I'm gonna ramble on here for a minute, and before we get into our Leafs talk, this is the reason why I enjoy watching the Blue Jays more because these guys are so much easier to root for. Half of the Leafs lineup are a bunch of fucking femboy divas. Like to tell you the truth, you got Matthews, zesty fucking Matthews, and you got Nylander, who are all fucking arguing and fighting on the bench like all the time, and just they're not people you'd want to hang out with. Whereas these Blue Jays players, they're just regular guys. Ernie
yeah,
Clement, Ernie Clement plays beer league hockey in the off season, bro. Miles Straw,
yeah.
is a fucking dog who all of a sudden became the clubhouse hero. You got Chris Bassett, gritty blue collar dudes that have played in like Midwest US and understand the vibe of Canada, and they chose to like play in Canada too. That's the other thing that just
Mhm.
makes you like them even more. Vladdy, he cares, man. I've never seen somebody care more in my life. You see him slide into home, man. It is it's ridiculous. It's like he's sliding from
Yeah.
halfway on the third baseline. And yeah, you know what? And you'll never catch Vladimir Guerrero Jr. grittying at his wedding. I can promise you that. If it's ever a video of that. So, um,
That's a person who shall not be named, who is
oh,
not
I
on the
know, yeah,
team
I know.
anymore.
But yeah, it's just I don't know if you can agree with me on that. Again, I watch them a lot more than I do the Leafs, but from what I've seen of the Leafs, and what I've talked to Leafs fans, like I have a friend at my work who's a diehard Leaf fan. He loves the Leafs. He's so passionate, but when he
Mhm.
looks at those players, he's like, yeah, it's fun to root for these guys, but at the same time, I like they don't seem like
Yeah.
likable people all the time.
Yeah.
Maybe
No,
they
I
are.
I
Maybe I'm
I
wrong.
under no, I kind of I understand that.
And
The Jays are very like I think they're very similar to the Bills. Like I feel like football players are very similar to like, Josh Allen is a guy who you'd want to hang out with, right?
oh, 100%. Josh
Yeah,
Allen
like
is the man. He
yeah,
is.
exactly. And there's a bunch of other guys on that team who you would
But doesn't that make you
want to
love him
hang
even
out
more
with.
though? Like the fact that Josh Allen is just like this humble guy that's like helping people out, just like plow
Yeah, he's the
snow, and
nicest guy, and he's always
he's
at the
funny.
hospital, and yeah,
He's
yeah,
always he's like a just a guy that's going all you see him going to all these hospitals and like helping out these kids, and
yeah.
he seems like
And
a
then
really
whenever he
down to
pulls
earth
up to
guy.
the game and is fit, he's got something that like a kid in the hospital in Buffalo made for him.
Yeah.
Shit like that. Like he's not wearing all this, he's making like a $400 million in
Yeah.
like 5 years, and he's got like he's just wearing the team clothes. Like
Yeah.
he doesn't have flashy jewelry on. Like he's just one
Yeah.
of the guys, man. And
And
that's like the
that's the
vibe. That's
thing.
the vibes I get from this Jays team. Other than Vladdy's a bit of a flashy guy, but you want to fucking hang out with Vladdy? Like,
I'd
come
love
on.
to hang out.
Yeah.
Vladdy's awesome, man. He embraces the place that he comes from, Dominican Republic. Very, very different from Toronto, but he embraces the culture of Toronto. He embraces the fans. I talked to Vladdy. I've literally talked to
Hmm.
him. Like I've interacted with him.
Yeah.
I said happy birthday to him when I was at in spring training, and he looked back. He goes, "Thank you." And then he realizes that
Yeah.
I was there the day before, and he starts laughing because he
Yeah.
remembers me from the day
Yeah.
before. Like I think that maybe that's bullshit. Maybe he's just I don't know. But I thought that it's just yeah. Well, he's one of those guys that's just fucking awesome. All of them are, and that's the reason why I think they are a good team is because there's no clubhouse cancers. There's no lackadaisicalness. They're
Hmm.
always putting in 110%. All you have are just dogs who are never lazy. Dalton Varsho, Ernie Clement, Davis Schneider, Addison Barger, Bo Bichette. These guys take their craft so seriously. Like you see it all the
Hmm.
time. Um, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., man, like it's
Yeah.
that's the man. That's the leader. That's the guy who he does, and the team will follow. Nathan Lucas, like fucking Nathan Lucas, like it's
Yeah.
crazy. You saw him yesterday,
Came up clutch yesterday, obviously, but throughout the series came up multiple times clutch.
and that's
Was it game one in particular where you got that that was a 3-run double, 2-run double, something like that? I
I
can't
think
remember.
yeah it was a two
Yeah,
run
that
double
was
in
that was
game
a really
one.
big that was a really big hit.
It was
But
to
yeah, like
blow it open.
everyone's contributing in their own way, right?
Exactly. Credit.
Everyone's got a part in this. It's
You're
not
right.
just, it's not the Yankees where Aaron Judge is counted on to do everything, make big hits and hit homers. Like that's not what this team's all about. Everyone's contributing. Um, everyone's doing their own thing. I can't tell you one person who hasn't contributed in any way.
No,
Like
there's every single player.
everyone's done something in the last four games. So
Dude,
that's
it's
a great sign
crazy.
to
No,
see. That's a
no.
great thing to see for next series.
Yeah, and like it's one through because that's what happens. There's these flawed teams like the Yankees who their roster construction is horrible. They have
Yeah.
like I saw David or A-Rod talking about it on the Fox broadcast about
Yeah.
their roster construction is built with like five DHs, like three first basemen, like three catchers. Like it's just
Yeah.
it's not proper. It
Yeah,
doesn't.
he basically didn't he basically was saying that Aaron Boone is not the only person to blame
I don't think Aaron
in
Boone is
this.
to blame. I think there's
No, not at all. Not at all. There's a lot going on. It's very similar. It's I wouldn't say that. The upper management is also has a decent amount to blame with who they brought in
mm,
for Aaron Boone to contribute to a
yeah.
playoff run. Um,
But the
but
Jays,
yeah, like I just
yeah.
want to we talk about this series and everything. I just want to bring up, tomorrow we're filming this on Thursday, so tomorrow game 5 of the Tigers Mariners series is going to finish up, and we want to see who's going to be added to the roster or changed for the championship series. I can't remember. I don't know how it works with roster for baseball, but do they get extra spots as the playoffs go on? Do they get more players, or is it the same amount?
I can look that up. I'm not 100% sure, but I think they can switch up the roster though. Like
Oh yeah, I know that, but I was just saying, do they get extra spots?
um AL champion. I'll look it up, but as I was gonna say though, um it's just yeah, you have to also give credit to Ross Atkins and Mark Shapiro for putting
Hmm.
money into this team and caring about this team. It's
We gave them a lot of shit a couple years ago, like last year when this team was in the dump and
yeah,
struggling a lot. But no, we got to give credit where credit's due, man. They've done a great job this year in bringing some key guys like Jimenez, who I thought wouldn't have been good because I was expecting more home runs and everything, and uh power batting. But Jimenez has been great, especially in the playoffs. Great defensively. Obviously, you're going to get him making good plays defensively, but just key hits, man. He's getting hits where they need him, and as a nine hitter, you expect to get hit, put him on base. For the guys at the top of the order like Springer and Vladdy and Barger or Kirk, whoever's at the top of the order to drive him in. So
yeah.
him and Clement have been huge at the bottom of the order for this team, and uh, let's hope that continues in the next series.
It
I just
stays the
wanted to.
same, by the way. It stays the same to a 26-man
Oh,
roster.
okay, okay,
But you're
yeah. So
allowed
I
to
just
switch
wanted
it.
yeah, I just wanted to say, who do you think gets switched out, based off people who are coming back? That's
I
what I wanted
heard
to say.
I heard so if Bo Bichette does come back,
I
I
think
100
I think he gets added regardless, even if he is injured. I think he gets added regardless. He gets
hmm.
replaced, like he replaces, like,
I've heard
I want to
Santander.
say, yeah, I'd say he just replaces someone on that roster. Um, just because even if he doesn't come back game 1 or 2, he will probably for sure come back sometime in the series, game 3, maybe game 4, based
Yeah.
off how he's talking about, like, he's optimistic about coming back soon. Like, even if he doesn't play game 1, he's definitely going to come back in like a week, you know,
I
for
think yeah.
sure.
No, I think they heard there's some
I
good
think he
news.
gets added. I think Bassett gets added. Whether it's he's starting because they need an extra starting pitcher for a 7-game series for sure. Um, and I think Brios gets added as well for the bullpen. And they take out Justin Brule, or, like, one of those guys like in the bullpen.
Wait,
They take out
Barrios?
one of
Is that what
those.
you said?
Brios, yes. I think
Barrios
they
is
take.
injured.
Oh, he's still injured? I thought he might have
He hasn't
came
even
back.
started pitch. No, it wouldn't be Barrios. No,
Oh, okay. Or Scherzer.
it's going to be no, it's going to be. I believe that it'll be Justin Brule and Tommy Nance out, and then Brule and Bassett and Scherzer both on the roster.
Okay.
Either put them in bulk roles where they can come in and eat innings or start even like Bassett I think was going to start, but no, not Barrios.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
I'd rather Bassett over Barrios on the roster.
No, no, I was no, I was saying both of them would get at. I didn't realize Brios was not um pitching.
No, yeah,
So,
yeah.
okay. But yeah,
Um,
definitely Bassett and Scherzer I see coming back for this
yeah.
series because they need. they need the extra pitching. So
Mhm. Yeah. And then the other thing I was gonna say, um, yeah, so yeah, ALCS coming up, pretty
mhm.
exciting. We don't
I
know.
want to ask you. I want to ask you. I know you probably have no answer to this, or who would you
No,
rather face?
not answering that. Not answering that. You can't have a
I think I
preference.
asked you this
Okay,
earlier today, and you didn't give me an answer.
I will not. I will not because you can't wish for anyone because it ends up backfiring. Remember,
Well,
you know who does that?
I did last series. I wished for the Yankees because I wanted to beat them, and I knew it'd be sweet. And look what
Hey, we
happened.
both predicted the Jays would win, which is good. You were a lot more confident than I was,
Yeah,
but I still predicted. I still believe that
I do remember you saying earlier today that this Yankee series will be the hardest opponent they face in the AL. You
I
saying
think.
this is going to be the toughest opponent
I
they'll
think
play
I think
compared
the
to
Yankees
Seattle or
were. I think
Detroit?
they were the toughest opponent. Like the Yankees are a really good team. They have the same record as the Jays, man. Like they're not like to be
Hmm.
messed with. They have a good. They honestly have a really good roster if you look at it. Like they have a
Hmm.
bunch of players that hit a ton of home runs. You got like I don't know how many players hit over
The
20 home
team who
runs.
I am very scared of if they move on is Seattle. Their team is very scary in terms of lineup, of hitting. Obviously, Cal Raleigh, league leader in home runs this year. Polanco has been very good in the playoffs. Julio's been pretty good. Uh, Eugenio Suarez, who had a lot of home runs this year. That's four guys right there who can hit home runs on you.
Yeah.
Um,
Again, they
and then you
strike out a
have and then
lot.
you have guys, they do strike out a lot, but there's also guys, there's also their pitching is fantastic. Like their starting rotation's very good,
And their
which is
bullpen.
also what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
Um,
Again, but if there's any team
but
that
I
can,
think, but I think, I think personally, I think Detroit is the best matchup for the Jays in terms of pitching wise. Obviously, Skubal is scary to come up against, but other than that, the other starters that they have, Casey Mize, Jack Flaherty, um, who is the other starter they had going in the series? I can't remember.
I can't even think. I can forget.
Oh gosh, I can't remember the guy's name. But their starting pitching is not as horrible to face compared to Seattle. And their hitting is very similar to the Jays, where like they're very contact heavy, and you got guys like Riley Green who can hit bombs, and McKinstry and that Dingler guy who was pretty good in game three, not game three, game four. Just guys like that who can provide a spark, right? So, um, but I think personally, I would take the Tigers if they can pull off a win on the road. And I wouldn't be surprised either because they have Scooble on the mound. So yeah,
Yeah, it could be interesting.
I don't obviously, like you said, you don't want to jinx it, but I would much rather have Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Still,
just me.
I don't want to. I'm not saying anything. I
Yeah, yeah.
can't wish. I know you.
I am excited. I don't think I'll be watching tomorrow, um, because I'm busy tomorrow night. But I'm very excited. I'm very interested to see what will happen and
Yeah,
who will be facing on Sunday.
I'm trying to. Yeah, I'm trying to. I don't think I'm working tomorrow, so I'm gonna watch that. But yeah, no, it's. Excuse me. It's very exciting. It's very very
Yeah,
exciting, and
yeah.
yeah, this could be fucking. This could be a lot of fun, man. As long as they
Hmm.
keep doing exactly what they did in the Yankee series, they're not gonna have too much trouble,
Yeah.
man. Like,
And this um situation that they're in compared to 10 years ago when they had to face the Royals and the then Cleveland Indians. I feel more confident against either of these teams compared to who the Jays had to play those
yeah, and
years.
if record indicates anything for you, then sure, that's for sure. But if
But Kansas City they were
no,
unbelievable
they were
in
meant to
2015.
like they were
They
destined
were
for a World
nasty.
Series.
Yeah,
In
they were
my opinion,
nasty. And Cleveland was really good that year with
I think
Lindor
both
and
teams
all
were
those
just
guys and
destined.
Kluber pitching. That team was nasty.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But let's move on. We've been talking a lot of Jays. Let's move on to the Bills, who had a very bad week against the Patriots on Sunday night on national television. Uh, the defense has a lot of holes, and there is a lot of problems with that secondary. But I think the main issue that I was really mad about in that game was the penalties. A lot of stupid penalties that cost the Bills the game. Um, and I felt like they could have easily won that game, no problem, if they just were more disciplined, uh, not taking stupid penalties. They didn't play bad. Josh had a decent game. He had a bad interception. Um, but other than that, they played pretty good. They definitely stayed in the game the whole time. But Drake May, he is going to be a problem for the Bills in the future because I'm obviously not going to say he's the next Tom Brady, but he's very, very good. And he's got he's got some good players around him with Diggs, who had an insane game. He the whole night he had a crazy face going on. Like he's like, yeah, I want to fucking win this game. Like he was pissed. Like you could tell throughout the whole game, like he wanted to win so bad. And he had like 10 catches, 140 yards, something like that. Like he went off. Um, and they got Ramondre Stevenson. They just got him a couple years ago. Travion Henderson, they just drafted this year from Ohio State. They got a great defense, great defense. Um, yeah, they're not to be fucked around with, man. They're a good team. And I wouldn't be surprised if they make the wild card this year. I wouldn't be
Really?
surprised because they have a really good team. Mike Vrabel, they just signed this year as the head coach. He's had experience being on really good teams, coaching really good teams. So I wouldn't be surprised if they make the playoffs this year. But a lot of issues with the defense and discipline. But I think that's easily fixable with the not taking penalties and everything, because that's a very rare thing for Buffalo to do. Um, is to take a lot of penalties. Usually it just happens one or two games a year. They got an important game coming up against Atlanta, who just came off bye week, so they've had a lot of rest, and I think they're have a couple players coming back off injury. But on Monday night next week, so Jays and Bills Monday night, so that'll be a lot of fun to watch those two games um, this week. But yeah, I think, just little things they need to fix, but they're soon after the bye week, they're going to get a lot of guys back. So after this week, um, I think they're on bye week after this week, I'm pretty sure. Uh, I can't remember. Yes, I think after this week they're on bye. So they have a lot of time. They have a couple guys coming back from suspension, um, which is good for the defense. A couple of defensive guys coming back from suspension. So that's always
Suspension.
good to bolster up the defense. Yeah, they signed two guys this year, Ogunjobi and Michael Hoyt, and they got suspended for PED use, which they didn't figure out before signing them. So that was great. So they were suspended for 6 games. Um,
Only 6 games?
yeah, for PED use. So
Hmm.
they'll come back week 8 because it's week 6 this week. So they play the Falcons this week. Then they're on bye week, and then they come back and they face the Panthers.
Hmm.
So I expect a big blowout in that Panthers game. Um, but yeah, I'm excited for what's ahead. Tough loss, but this happens every year with the Bills. They always have these shitty losses, and they have one or two of these games, and I'm not too scared about it. It's pretty early in the season, so
Yeah.
not too worried. Should be fine. Um, but yeah, Falcons next. It should be a win. Should be pretty winnable. Uh, Atlanta's a good team, but I think Buffalo is just better in every facet of the game. So give me them by like 10. Say they win by 10, something like that. Pretty comfortable win.
All right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You have no
All right.
thoughts because you didn't watch the game, but it's
I
okay.
don't. I don't. I paid attention to it a little bit.
Oh
Hey, there was a
God.
Jays game going on. I had to watch that, bro. Come on now. Come on now.
It's not cool. It's
I
not
know.
cool.
It's a lot of sports. No, I'm kidding. But
There was
no,
no
I
Jays
do.
game going on. There was no Jays game. There was an afternoon game that day on Sunday.
I was still taking that in. I needed to. I
Oh
needed
my
like it was a lot
gosh.
on my mental health. All right, I just needed to break from sports.
Sure. Sure.
But I do. I'll say this. I do love the Bills, and I'm definitely more excited about the Bills than I am the Leafs. I'll tell you that. So if
Well,
that's
speaking of the Leafs, we are
fuck.
going to segue right into the Leafs. They just played their first game yesterday. We didn't get our season predictions before game one because of school and this last week for reading week, so we've been a little bit busy with working and stuff. But game one went well. They played the Canadians and it went very well.
Mhm.
5-2 win. Montreal, good team, playoff team last year. A lot of good young players. Um, and I think they did pretty well. I didn't watch much of the game because I was too busy watching the Jays absolutely destroy the Yankees. But other than that, like I watched the highlights and it looked pretty good. Looked
Yeah.
pretty solid. No complaints.
Agree.
Stolars looked good. Um, Yeah, 5-2 win, a couple empty netters. Matthews, Nylander, Riley scored. No complaints at all.
As
Good game.
long as you, yeah, as long as you have, what was I gonna say? As long as you got Stolars in there, you're pretty much bound for a good game, no matter
Yeah,
what.
and they just, I think we talked about him extending his deal, and he's going to be here for another
Yeah, that
four
was
years,
great.
so that's always good. Yep, it's a good
That was
signing for
nice.
the Leafs, and yeah, no complaints. Good start to the year. They play Detroit on Saturday, and then they play them again on Monday. So those are the two upcoming games for the Leafs, and Detroit's a good team too. They're very similar to, Montreal, just like on the cusp of a wild card position. They're always in the hunt. So those will be two tough games, but Leafs look very good so far. It's a good start without Marner for the first time. With a couple new guys, Matthias Maselli and Nick Waugh, and same defense as last year, which I really like. I'm glad that we kept all the guys on defense because that defense was really good in the playoffs with Riley, Carlo, Tanev, OEL, McCabe, and Benoit. Like that defense is very solid. Um, glad I think we have them for a couple more years actually, I believe, other than Riley. I think Riley's last year's this year. Um,
Damn.
so we'll see how that ends up during trade deadline stuff. But um, no, they look good. We're gonna throw out some predictions here for the season. First off, we will do record predictions. So what our record will be, and if we do make the playoffs, if we do say they make the playoffs, how far will they go? Um, so I said last year that the Leafs would win 49 games. Um,
Winning what, 52, 50?
49-35. That was my
Yeah.
prediction.
They had a
Yeah,
good
I'm gonna
season.
go. I'm gonna go. I had them second in the division. Um, Let me see here. Leaf standings. I don't know. So they won the division last year. I just want to know how many wins they had. 52 wins. Okay, so they had 52 wins and they won the division. Um, I will say they get 50 this year. I will say they get a couple less wins. 50 and 32, and I say they'll get second in the division. I think Tampa or Florida, one of those two teams I think will win the division because they're just so strong and um they got a deep lineup. So I think the Leafs get second. I think they have a good year without Marner. With all their depth guys that they've signed in the offseason. I'll go second. I'll say they get 50 wins, 32 losses, and sure, nine OT losses. I don't think that really matters, but that's my prediction. I think they
This
have
is
50
really
wins.
tough, man, because I think the because the uh the fact that they don't have Marner and yeah, don't have him in the lineup is the big part of this team. What makes them win? They like
Yeah.
he gives the Leafs probably at least 5, 6 wins. With his with him being on
Right.
this team. Like I genuinely believe that.
If the NHL had a war, Marner would have a pretty big war, I'd say. Pretty high war.
I think his he'd be about he'd probably be like 5 or 6 wins above replacement.
Right.
Probably. I'd say something like that.
And then McDavid would be like 20.
No, McDavid would be like Judge. He'd be
Yeah.
Judge. He'd be like
Yeah.
10 or 11.
And then McDrysaitel would be like right under there. He'd be
He'd
like
be
a
like
nine.
they're like Soto and Judge, like
Yeah.
Draisaitl. That's
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
like last year.
Yeah.
But um, I
What
think
are
the
you saying?
Leafs go. I'll say one less win than you. One
So
less win than
49?
what you had. Yeah,
49 and
40.
33?
Yeah,
Okay.
I believe that.
And you
And
say what where do they place? Where do they place in the division?
again, so you have. I think they come second.
Okay.
I think that
And for you, where do they place in the playoffs this year? How far are they going to go?
first round exit. Like,
What's that? First
first
round?
round
Yeah.
exit.
Yeah.
Like
I'm going to say the same thing.
like
Because they're either like let's be real, they're either going to play Tampa or Florida.
it's so boring. So
I know.
boring.
This playoff format is so shit. Like they gotta fix it up. They gotta fix it.
So
Like
boring. The
just
Leafs do the exact same have the exact same thing every
it's either
single
Tampa,
fucking year.
Florida. It's either Tampa or Florida. And Boston is not gonna really compete this year, I don't think, for the top three in the division because they've kind of gone down the rails a bit since trading away Marchand and
Tampa will be
letting
I think Tampa will be good.
Krejci and yeah. Tampa's going to be very good. They're going to be up there with Florida, I think. Florida, Barkov's out for the whole year because he had ACL surgery, I believe. So he's out. He's out for the year. Um, but
These
yeah, like
the Sens, like again, the division's good. There's a lot of mid teams like Ottawa, Red Wings, Canadians, Bruins, Sabres. A lot of mid.
Sabres aren't going anywhere.
No,
I'm
they're
sorry.
not.
I'm
But
sorry. They're not going anywhere. I think the
no,
Senators could be good this year. I think they'll be very good. They'll be very similar to what they were like last year. They still have a very good team with Allmark and Giroux. I think Giroux's still playing another year. Uh, Kachuk, Sanderson, all those guys. I think they'll be good again. But yeah, I think they lose in the first round. They're going to either get Tampa or Florida, but they're going to lose. They're going to lose again. Like it's not going to be a fun year again. It'll be fun. It'll be fun up until April when look at this team. This team's doing well without Marner. Come playoff time. It also depends on trade deadline. It also
yeah,
depends on who the Leafs pick up
they got money,
throughout the
man. They got money
season.
to spend.
They do. Well, next year they will. They'll have 24 million in cap space, which is crazy because the cap's going up. But they have some draft picks still left. I can't believe I'm saying that. Like brought they left all their fucking draft picks. Gave all their draft picks a few years ago to like Lawton and for Lawton and Foligno. Like they gave a first rounder for fucking Nick Foligno, who did fuck all in the playoffs that one year against the
Nick
Canadians.
Foligno.
Yeah, they gave away a
I don't
first
remember
round pick
that.
for Nick Foligno. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They gave a first round pick for Nick Foligno and then gets picked up by the Bruins the year right after. So
Nick
yeah.
Foligno.
Yeah.
He looks
Yeah. He
like
did fuck
he
all
looks
in
like
that
Nick.
playoffs, by the way. He
Doesn't
did
he look
nothing.
like doesn't he look like Nick Sirianni? Like the
Yes, yes, yes. That's the
is
guy you're
that is
talking.
that
Yes.
is that like a known thing that he looks exactly like
Well, I didn't notice it honestly until you brought it up just then. I was like, Nick Sirianni, Nick Foligno, they look very, very similar. They do. Um, but yeah, I think it all depends on what they do at the trade deadline. Because I know for a fact that this team is going to be in playoff contention, and they're going to look to get some like a top six forward at the deadline. Someone to really bring them offense to replace Marner for the playoffs. But I still think first round they're done,
Mhm.
whoever they play.
Yeah.
Maybe if they win the division, maybe they'll maybe get to the second round. First round, no, but if they get second or third, they're losing in the first round.
Yeah.
It's going to be Tampa or Florida once again. The NHL has to fix their playoff format again. They used to do 1-8, 2-7, 3-6, 4-5. They used to do that, like the whole Eastern Conference. They didn't worry about like divisions or anything. I think they got to go back to that. The only reason why, sorry, the only reason why they do this is because they want to create rivalries,
No,
which
these
is
rivalries are
stupid.
so fucking boring.
Yeah, it's very boring. I hate watching Edmonton and LA in the first round every single year. I think it's 5 straight years they played against each other. And then
I also,
watching Carolina against New Jersey. Like, I'm not gonna watch that series. Unless
I
I'm a
also
Carolina or
think,
New Jersey fan, I'm not gonna fucking watch that. Or like
I
Carolina against the Islanders. I'm not gonna watch that. You know? Like, I don't give a shit about those teams.
yeah.
I want like I want some interesting matchups. I want like Florida to play the Rangers in the first round. Like I want that shit. Like I want like some crazy
I think they
fucking
should
I want some
first. I
crazy
think they
shit.
should switch up the divisions. I think they should have smaller divisions. Um,
Like
I
back in the day when they had five. Well, they can't do that now because it's uneven.
hmm.
They can't do that anymore because they've added a few teams.
How many teams is
So
there in total now?
there's 32.
You could do
There it's eight
you could
it's
do
eight
you
and
could do
eight.
six, six, six. You could do six teams. Six teams of.
There's 16 teams in
Oh,
each
sorry,
conference.
that math add up? No, that doesn't add up. Um,
There's 32 teams.
32. Um, yeah, I don't know. We could do four. You could do eight divisions of four. It's a
Yeah,
lot.
that's not a good idea.
Yeah. But I mean, no, the fucking who does that? The don't doesn't the NFL do that? Eight divisions of four.
You're right. You're right. They do that, but the schedule is a little different, so they can get away with that
Yeah.
because
But
there's
I
only
was gonna say
17
though,
games.
I genuinely think that the playoffs should be there should be less teams to make the playoffs in the NHL.
Why?
I think it's I think it's bullshit that fucking the Montreal Canadiens are making it
Yeah, but they but
playoffs.
they were fun. They're a fun team because they're a young team. They
You can still have fun young teams make the playoffs.
watching Washington last year was not fun. The only
Yeah,
thing that was
watching
fun about that
Washington
team
absolutely like
was
fucking
Ovi. That was the only
watching
fun thing about
Washington
that team.
absolutely shit on the Montreal Canadiens was not fun. No, that's not fun. That's like it's an uncompetitive series. It creates uncompetitive first rounds, which are boring as fuck. You've said that some series are fun to watch, but some series are also fucking boring, and you know right away that one team's gonna win.
Well, I think the Central Division was a lot of fun last year. You had Dallas against Colorado. I feel like those series are always good. And
And
then
those, but
Winnipeg St. Louis was a lot of fun.
those teams are always gonna make it though. That's the thing. Like that's not my
Yeah, I
point.
know. Like just like how Tampa, Florida, Toronto, they all make it every year. Those series are fun, but like I'm just tired of playing the same people over and over and over again. I want something new.
Yeah, no, I can agree with that, but and I think that could be attributed and be helped with uh not having um maybe four extra teams. There's 16 teams when half the league makes it into the playoffs. That's too much. That like that just you're allowing mid into the playoffs. Like I think it should be the best of the best. If you do 12 teams, that's I think that'd be better because you means you're getting you get one less series. You're still gonna get those competitive series. You have one less series, and then that means they mean that much more. So you have three series, like you have three, and then teams get a bye that into or you could. I mean, I'm saying like what would happen with like MLB playoffs. You could do something similar to that, but honestly, this the way this the like the Jays or the MLB's format for playoffs, I think is great. The fact that you have a 5 game series, it's short, compact,
Yeah.
and then for
The
the
only
real
thing, the only
ones,
thing reason why, the only reason why I don't like the MLB playoffs in terms of format is I wish there was a couple more teams because
I
the fact that because the fact that you play 162 games and there's only 6 teams per league, that make it. It doesn't feel like I think they need to add one more.
Dude, no, if they added one more, you'd fucking have a 79 and 83 win team into the postseason. You should not be getting
Okay,
into the
let's look
postseason.
at this right now. Let's look at the MLB right now. Okay.
I promise you. There's teams.
The Astros would have made it this year if we added another team. And
Are you
in the
saying one
NL,
more
it would have
or
been the Mets.
yeah, the Mets deserve did not deserve to make it into the playoffs, bro.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. Neither did the Astros. Fuck the Astros.
No, they didn't. And they played terrible like the down the stretch. And that's what makes it interesting is because like you have to play so well
Yeah.
all year round. It's a grind, and that's what's fun about it.
Yeah,
Like
but did Detroit play well at the on the stretch though? Did they play good? They
no,
barely
but
made it because they had a good start.
yeah, and that's okay. But that's again, that's not my point. I'm saying if a team you have to even if you have a great start, that's what's going to help
Yeah.
you get into the playoffs. The
All right,
Astros,
fair.
they still fell short because they lost the season series, but like if the Texas Rangers made it into the playoffs with an 81 and 81 record, that's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
The Kansas City Royals 82 and 80 like made it into the playoffs. That'd be again horrible. Like these teams,
Yeah.
they don't deserve
Maybe
to.
just shorten the season. Maybe. 162 is a
It is
little
a lot,
much.
but again, it'd be tough to. It'd be really tough to do. Like it'd be really tough to.
Yeah.
Like it's been like that forever. It changes everything for players. Changes everything for pitchers, and I guess it would cause like more pitchers to, have longer seasons, but contracts would be less. Like contracts wouldn't be as well deserved because you're not you're meant you're be getting paid to, play
Yeah.
162 games, make 33 starts, 32
Right.
starts.
Yeah.
So again, that's it's we're kind of rambling off a little bit, but I I
No, it's
think
a good discussion.
I think you can agree
Needs
with
to be
me.
had.
I think you can agree with me on that NHL needs to lessen the amount of teams into the playoffs because
I don't know about
again,
lessening. I think they need to change the format. I don't think lessening the teams is the problem.
but it's more condensed, it's shorter. I think playoff hockey is too fucking long and it's going to,
Playoff hockey's great though. So
yeah, it
much fun
is.
to
It would still
watch.
be great. There'd be nothing there, it'd be great, but the fact that it goes at like I'm almost done with hockey by the time it gets to June or July. Like I'm like it's crazy. It's the fact that hockey stays on that long. It's I don't know. Maybe I don't love it as much as some people, and that's the reason. But I've watched enough of it, and I've watched a lot of hockey to know what I enjoy and what I don't enjoy. And the same goes for baseball. I think yeah, the season is very very long, almost too long at times, and it's a grind. I guess that's been what it's been since the dawn of baseball. But anyway, yeah.
Let's move on. Let's move on to our top five. Top five this week we are
Oh
gonna
wait,
do
did we
top.
didn't we weren't we supposed to do our favorite players or whatever for Leafs?
Oh shit, yeah, I totally forgot. That discussion went on way too long. Okay, so we got our records. All right, so we are gonna do best player, except Matthews, because let's be real, Matthews is gonna be the best player this year. Um, I'm gonna go with this year. I'm gonna go with oh, I'm gonna go with Matthew Nyes, fresh off that nice contract. I think he's gonna be good this year, playing with Matthews. He'll be his next. He'll be the next next Marner
I think
for
best.
Matthews.
That's not good. I don't want him to be the next fucking Marner.
I just mean in terms of points wise,
Um.
helping out Matthews, not obviously. Yeah,
Okay.
you know what I mean.
I think the best player will be Nylander easily. Yeah. I
Yeah,
think he's.
he had a really good year last year. I think
Yeah, the
he'll
last couple
continue.
years, the last few years have been really good.
Yeah. Okay, now let's go to worst player. I'm just gonna go straight off the bat and say Morgan Riley. Even though he had a good first game, I think this is the year that the Leafs part ways with him. At some point, trade deadline after the end of the year. I think this is where he um, slows down and gets dealt somewhere, or, you know, digresses in some way. and
I think
they bring in someone else. They bring in Danford, who's that new kid that they just drafted a couple years ago, and he looks really good. I think he's the new Riley that they bring in. He's a very different player than Riley. He's more defensive minded, but I think Danford's going to be that new guy that comes
I think
in a few years.
hmm, there's a lot of really good players on the Leafs, though. That's the thing, man.
Hmm.
So it's hard to say, but because like some of them, like you can't even like it's almost like you're also you have to consider just players that aren't like if you went for like a player like you know Nick Robertson or something like that, it's almost like okay, well the guy doesn't play enough. He doesn't play a lot. He's
Right.
not meant to be a like the best player on the team. So it's like he's a role player. You wouldn't expect that. So
Yeah.
you have to kind of go for somebody. I'll just go out and say, I mean, that's a good choice by you. I'm gonna say crazy one, Joe Wall.
Joseph Wall.
Yeah,
He is not playing right now because he is at dealing with a family emergency, I believe.
I saw that.
So he will be back.
Family emergency
It all
gets to him.
depends.
That's all I'm gonna say. It's gonna somebody got I don't know whatever happened, but anyway, I think hopefully nothing bad happened. Sorry,
He'll
Joseph
come
Wall.
back. He's healthy. He's healthy. He's gonna come
But
back.
when he does, I think his games might be
He's gonna be the backup.
he's gonna be the backup and he's gonna
Okay.
turn into I mean he's kind of been the backup since last year. Of like when like we've known that
Stolars took over.
Stolars is the number one.
Yeah. But Wool was pretty good in the playoffs when Stolars got injured. I thought he was pretty good.
I think Stolars still would have been better. I would have liked
Oh, obviously, but I think he wasn't terrible
I think game three they
against
would have
the
won if
Panthers.
Stolars was in net because
Oh, 100, well, no. Well,
yes.
multiple games. I thought they would have won if
Yeah.
Stolars didn't get injured in game one. But he won game two and game six. Game six, he was really good.
Yeah, they still
Uh,
fucking lost.
he was really good.
No, they won game six.
They won game one, two, and six
Yeah.
in that series. Um, yeah, basically Wool won them game game two, in game six. Okay, and then our final one, we were going to do breakout star. This is kind of like I'd say it's like a mashup between like new player. At least I'm going to choose a new player. I'm going to go with Matthias Maselli, who they brought over from Utah. I think he'll be a good player. I think he's playing with Matthews on that top line. I think he's playing with him. So I think that'll be interesting to see to see what he'll be like. Um, on that line. So I'm gonna go with him, the breakout star.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Dakota Joshua.
Nice. That's a good pick.
Yeah.
It's a
Nice
good pick.
little third
I really
baseman.
like him. I really like him.
He's had some good solid seasons with Vancouver. Just looking at his stats right now. Yeah, I think he could be very valuable to this team. A role player, a good depth
Hmm.
to this team. Very good depth to this team.
I think him and Domi on the same line would be a lot of fun.
It reminds me a little bit of a guy we used to have on this the team who scored 20 goals, had a missing tooth, and was named Tyler Bertuzzi? Bertuzzi.
Bertuzzi.
Bertuzzi. There we go.
No, Bertuzzi was way better of a player than Dakota Joshua in terms of
Fair enough.
scoring, at least.
Fair enough. But still, yeah. I mean, what's Bertuzzi doing now? With fucking
I think he's on
oh, he's on Chicago.
Chicago.
Is he still on
Yep.
Chicago?
I think he's playing with Bedsy. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that ends the Leaf segment. All right, let's go into our top five. Dude, this is a
Which is
long
still
podcast.
Leafs.
Top five. We are doing top five Leafs players of all time. Since we are introducing the Leaf season, why not talk about our favorite Leafs players, top five best Leaf players? We uploaded the top five from last week, but you did not put a poll, so we do not know who won last week.
Where I did do a poll.
You did not. So it's just going to be me who's picking first because you did not do that based off your mistake. So first pick for me is pretty easy. I'm going with Mr. Sundin.
Cool.
Pretty self-explanatory.
I will go number one pick, Daryl Sutter.
Sittler.
Sittler.
There you go.
Daryl Sutter's the fucking ugly ass coach that played for Calgary. Was the coach for Calgary, right?
Is this guy even a Leaf fan? Holy shit. Okay. Number two, just because of recency bias, Austin Matthews.
Who? Who'd
Did
you
you not
say?
hear?
I didn't hear you.
Austin Matthews. Austin Matthews. Number two.
All right. Number two, Boris Elman.
Good pick. Very good pick. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Legend.
Very cool guy.
Okay. Number three, I'm gonna go. He's a favorite of mine. He wasn't one of the better Leafs. Certainly wasn't here for that long. He was here for 5, 6 years, I guess. I will go with Phil Kessel. Definitely one of my favorite players growing up. Made me fall in love with the Leafs, Phil Kessel.
Yeah. He reminded you of yourself?
Yeah, fantastic hockey player. One of the best goal scorers ever.
Good one, Randy.
Three-time Stanley Cup champion, Phil Kessel.
Yeah, honestly, fuck. Yeah.
He should have won the Conn Smythe when he played for when he was with Pittsburgh that first year they won the cup. He should have won the Conn Smythe, but Crosby stole it from him.
I mean, it's Crosby.
Yeah, but Kessel was amazing. I don't know if you remember when Kessel that playoff year, he was nasty.
I remember it. Yeah, I remember him. I remember as soon as he left fucking
Yeah,
Toronto.
he got traded to the and that year they won.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
classic Leafs.
yeah. Kessel. Yeah, Kessel's a good pick. All right. For number three, I'll go Nylander. Nylander, I think, has
Okay.
been a fucking awesome guy, man. He's been
No,
great.
no, he's been great. He's been great for
He's
this
been
team.
great, and he performs in the playoffs. He's had big moments.
Yes, yes, 100%.
He's had a
He's
lot of
had some
big
great
moments.
moments for the team.
Yeah, he's always.
Um,
Yeah.
Great pick. Okay. Number four, I will go with a guy who I have his autobiography and it's signed. Back in the 90s, probably the best player on that 90s run when they were really good, Doug Gilmour. Number four.
Mm-hmm.
100, I think he had 130 points one year.
Damn.
93. Yeah, he was nasty. He was good.
All
He had
right.
like 90 assists or some shit. He was really good.
I will go 90 assists. Holy shit.
Yeah,
Never
let
heard
me
that.
let me just pull up hockey reference. I just want to see his exact stat line. But while I search this up, you pick your fourth.
Um. Okay, my fourth pick. I will choose. I will choose Nazem Kadri.
Well, that's my boy.
I
My boy
know.
Nazem. I would love now that's a guy who I'd like to see come back to the Leafs. Nazem Kadri.
You can see that.
Yeah, he had in 1992-93, he had 32 goals, 95 assists, 127 points. The year after, he had 111 points. Yeah, that team was nasty. Those two teams were nasty. That was a good year for Toronto sports, man. That 92 and 93. Leafs were really good. Jays won the back-to-back World Series. It's a good time in Toronto.
Yeah.
Um, Number five. Oh, this is a tough one. I will go, you know what? I'll go with a legend. I'll go with
Tim Horton.
no, no. I will go with Dave Keon, number five.
Nice. Hall of
Yeah,
Famer.
I'll go with Dave Keon.
Um. All right. This is number five.
Yeah.
Uh, a lot of good goaltenders that play for the Leafs, man. My goodness.
Oh yeah.
Um,
And go
John
do an honorable
Moore.
mention since there's a lot of players.
Um, I will say it's tough. All right, Turk Broda.
Good pick. Surprised he didn't go with Mr. Johnny Bauer.
Well, I'm looking at Johnny Bauer and Turk Broda. Yeah, I'm looking at their hockey
Yeah,
record.
those are the two. Those are the two you really look at.
Matt Sundin was pretty awesome. Yeah, but you picked him.
Yep, that was number one.
All right.
Okay, honorable mention. I will go with. Um. Oh, I don't know why I didn't pick this guy earlier. Wendell Clark.
Great choice.
Wendell Clark. I don't know why I didn't. Okay, one of the best Leaf captains ever.
All right. My honorable mention, Tyler Bozak.
That's a good pull. That's another guy who left the Leafs immediately after wins a cup with the Blues. Another guy who fucking left the Leafs and won something.
Who was the guy that played for the Leafs that also looked like Tyler Bozak? I forget his fucking name. He just retired. Um, actually, no, I switched.
Who's
I changed it. Jake Gardner.
okay? Now you're losing.
I'm kidding.
Now you're losing this
No, no,
week.
no. I'll do Tyler Bozak.
You'll do
He's
Bozak? Okay.
yeah. I always liked him.
Um, other names we didn't mention. Some old school like Tim Horton, Timmy's. Frank Mahovlich was really good for the Leafs. My dad's dad actually knew him. Went to school with him.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. I guess we can put Marner in there. Sure. George Armstrong, another legend. Van Riemsdyk was really good for the couple years he was here. My uncle Brian McCabe. Um, yeah, Tyler Bozak, Kadri, Nick Antropov, Leafs
Yeah.
legend. Tavares, I guess Tavares, I could put Tavares on that list there.
Rasmus Sandin.
Fuck Rasmus Sandin. Uh, yeah, most of these guys are just older players. Rick Vive, Lanny
Who's
McDonald
your least favorite player of all time?
on the Leafs.
Yeah.
Least favorite player. Oof.
There's so many.
I'd probably have to say Jake Gardner. I did not like Jake Gardner at all. Was
I
not a fan.
I hated.
Oh, Caberlet. Caberlet was a really good player for the Leafs.
I hated. Uh, he was on all the good years, like Jason.
Another deep pull is Mikhail Grabovski. Loved watching him back in the day.
Um,
No Dion Phaneuf on either of our lists. This guy picked Tyler Bozak over Dion.
Dion
That's
fucking
kind of
sucked. Dion
that's
was
kind
known as the
of
pylon, bro.
yeah. I
Um,
dressed up as Phaneuf for
is the pylon?
Halloween one year, and I had a pylon on my head.
Uh, oh, yeah, my least favorite player, Jake Muzzin. That was my least favorite player.
Really? I
He's got
liked
the most
Muzzin.
annoying, ugly face I've ever seen.
Yeah,
Like,
but he was a good player though. I liked Muzzin.
really?
Yeah, he was good. He was good. He just had injury problems, and he's still with the team. I think he's still like a coach or development guy.
Who was
I
that
didn't
guy?
mind Muzzin. Yeah, I thought he was pretty
Giordano,
good.
I liked.
Who?
We're just going down a list here.
Giordano?
I always liked Giordano. Yeah,
Yeah, he was good. I liked him.
he's
He was a little old when he
he
came he
was a
came
little
here,
old.
but he was a good player.
He had
He
some
was
good
good when he was
years.
here.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's had a good career. He's retired now, I'd assume, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He's still with the team, I believe. I think he's like Muzzin. He's still in like the development or he's in the upper office or upper management or something. I'm so pretty sure he's still with the team.
With the Leafs.
Joe Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Jake Muzzin's with the Leafs?
Yeah, both of them, I think. Muzzin
Or
and
like
Giordano.
as
I think
like
they're both.
upper like just like
Yeah, like a coach, like as
scouting
a
and sh
coach or development guy. Yeah. Joe Thornton.
like Jason Spezza too. Isn't or no, Spezza was with
Spets had some good years with the Leafs. I like Spets on the Leafs. Joe Thornton, Patrick Marleau, all these old guys
Nick
who came for
Foligno,
a couple of years.
TJ Brody,
Oh, no, he's horrible. He was horrible in the Leafs. I hated TJ Brody. He was
Zach Hyman.
useless.
I forgot Zach Hyman was on the Leafs. That's crazy.
I really like Zach Hyman, man. I miss him. You'll see. He'll stay. I think he'll stay with Edmonton the
Yeah.
rest of his career. He's really good, man. I liked
Who am
Hyman.
I thinking of? There's this one player I just remember that was mid as fuck. He played for a bunch of different teams. He's played for a ton of teams. But he played Tyson Berry. That's who I'm thinking of.
Yeah, he's retired now. He wasn't terrible the least, but he was certainly wasn't the best one of the best players. That's for sure.
His defense, yeah.
I didn't mind him, but he was just playing with Riley and it was like a horrible combination. Like they did not need to play with each other.
Yeah.
Trying to think of some other I like old school Leafs, like Nikolai Kulemin, like all those guys. Like I love those fucking guys. Fraser McLaren, Colton Orr, like all those like grinders, like fourth line guys. I loved when I grew up watching the Leafs. Clark MacArthur. Remember Clark MacArthur? Remember that name?
No,
Ah, that's old. Like Joffrey Lupul, like all like that era.
like just so mid.
Oh, no, they were horrible players, but it was so much fun to watch them. Like they
It's like
always had
why
like
were these
games
guys like assistant captains? Like who did they had literally nobody. Like why was Lupul a fucking like why did I think convince
because
myself
Lupul
that
is a
he was a
good
great
player.
player?
Lupul was a
Oh my
good
gosh, he's
player when
so
he was
good. That's
healthy.
hilarious.
He
Yeah,
was a good
sorry.
player when he was healthy.
Yeah, he just got injured like all the time, right?
Yeah, every year there was something wrong with him. But he was great. He was a great player to watch,
He was
man.
Lupul,
Yeah, he was so much fun to watch.
and
So
he's a
much fun.
model too. I always see him like on
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he had 30 goals one year
no fucking
when he
way.
played with Bozak and Kessel on that line, that first line.
No, he had 25 one year.
Oh, okay.
67 points.
Yeah, man. Lupul's nasty, bro. 6'7".
Yeah, but yeah, he's just so yeah, that team like 2000 what's the year that they were the worst? Like just fucking terrible.
20,
2014,
right, the year right before Matthews got drafted. They
2014,
were horrible.
2015.
That was when Babcock, it was Babcock's first year. And they were tanking. They were tanking for Matthews. It was so obvious.
Babcock's first year? Or
Yeah, Babcock's first year was the year
I mean
before.
2014 and 2015, that season I'm looking at right now. You got Kessel, Van Riemsdyk, Bozak, Kadri, Riley's first year, Phaneuf, Jake Gardner, Lupul. All so
Lupul didn't play that year.
looking
Stopped
okay,
playing the year before that.
Bill Kessel's plus minus was minus 34. Van
Holy
Riemsdyk minus
shit.
33. Bozak minus 34. Jake Gardner minus 23. Lupul minus 10. Dion Phaneuf minus 11. Morgan Riley minus 16.
My
Yeah, it
God.
was
Who was in
bad.
net? That year was
Bernier.
what? Bernier? Yeah, Bernier. Oh
Bernier
God.
and James Reimer.
Oh, horrible times.
Didn't we just
Horrible
sign James
times.
Reimer?
What?
Didn't we
No,
just
he got cut. He's on waivers. He's not with the team
okay.
anymore. They gave him a tryout and then they just
Yeah,
yeah.
2015, 2016 with Babcock. Fuck, I can't believe we had Babcock as a coach. Kadri, oh my god, that team is so bad. There's one 20 goal
No,
scoring. It's
16 was the worst team ever.
PA Parento.
PA Parento, leading
He's the
goal
only guy
scorer.
that scored 20 goals.
Yeah, PA Parento, Leaf legend.
Unfortunately.
That year was the most depressing year as a Leaf fan.
Oh
That
my
was
god.
horrible. That's the year that they tanked. That was the year Kessel left. I think
Nylander
that was
played
the
a little
year.
bit.
I think that was the year Phaneuf left. or was that the year before?
Phaneuf was on that team, but
Okay.
you're missing
Van Riemsdyk was still
no,
there.
Van Riemsdyk still there. You were missing
Audrey's
fuck,
still
who's your
there.
oh,
Riley's still there.
um
Kessel
Kessel
wasn't
wasn't there.
there.
Yeah, Kessel
No.
wasn't there. Lupul played 46 games. Yeah,
He played 46 games that year
he did.
in 15, 16.
Yeah.
I don't remember that at all.
And then
I thought
Jonathan
he was like
Bernier.
done. Oh shit.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh. Yeah, it's bad.
That was a horrible time. Like they had Mark Arcabello or some shit. That guy. He was their first line center for a good time.
Mark Arcabello.
Mark Arcabello. His last name was Arcabello. He was like the first line center at one point.
For 20 games he played. Oh my God, look at all
Yeah.
these players they had. They had 46 different players on their roster.
Yeah, it was there was a lot of in and out guys from the Marlies. Matt Fratton. Was Matt Fratton on that team? That's a Leaf legend right there, Matt Fratton.
My gosh, it's crazy
All of you puck knowers,
how
you know
many
who
of
Matt
these
Fratton
random
is.
nobodies do they let in the NHL? It's crazy. Like
Name some of them off. I'll probably remember all of them.
Peter Holland,
Yep, I
Brad
remember him.
Boyes, Michael
Brad Boys.
Grabner,
Yep,
Sean Mathias,
I don't
Colin
remember him.
Greening.
Colin
Holy
Greening.
shit.
No, that's he was actually decent like rookie year, second year with Ottawa, and then
Yeah.
he just became garbage.
Yeah. Anyway, all right, let's end this
We did a
podcast.
lot of rambling that podcast.
Yeah,
This is
people
probably gonna
like
be an
it
hour and a
though. I
half.
think people will like it. It's
Yeah.
it's it's authentic is what it is. So
Yes, that's what it should be. It's not it's a podcast.
it's
It's
a
supposed to be
podcast. It's
authentic.
authentic. Yeah, just rambling. That's part of it.
Yep.
Anyway, yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. Make sure to like, subscribe on the Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. We on all those platforms. This episode is going to be very exciting and big because we're talking about the blue fucking Jays
Yep.
winning.
All three of our teams are playing now. It's the best time of the
It's
year.
great.
Best
Yeah,
time of the year.
because we could very much only have two teams playing right now. But we have three, and that's pretty
Yes, we have
special.
three, and it's a great time. Great
It's
time
great
talking
when these
sports.
teams are all overlapping. I can't think of the
Yeah.
last time we've had this. So, uh,
Yeah.
it's awesome. Anyway, thank you guys so much. We'll make sure we will see you very very soon. Cheers and go Blue Jays, go Leafs, and go Bills.